Assalamu alaikum. This is Muzammil sir. A whole lot of my students has asked me to do videos on English grammar. Here I do the same from the very beginning. Today we shall talk about the concept of analysis of the sentence. To the question, why begin with the analysis of the sentence? My response would be, analysis of the sentence forms the backbone or the basis of practical or functional grammar. And unless we are not aware about it, we are going to face difficulties elsewhere. Now, what is analysis? The word analysis means the act of dividing a whole, something which is complete, into its parts. On the face of it, the analysis of the sentence means the act of dividing a sentence into its parts or elements. Well, when we divide different sentences into their parts, we find 6 different types of sentence elements. These are: number 1, subject; number 2, verb phrase; number 3, complement; number 4, object; number 5, adverbial; and number 6, conjunction. Let us explore them. Consider the sentence, Zubair goes to school. Here, the word goes denotes the action of going from one place to another. And we know that a word that denotes an action is called a verb. There's a question: who is the doer of action? And what is the function of the phrase to school in the sentence? Well, in this sentence, Zubair is the doer of action and the phrase to school completes it. Let us remember, Zubair, the doer of action, is the subject, and the phrase to school that completes the sentence is the complement. In this way, we learn that subject is the doer of action, verb is the action word, and the part of sentence that completes it is the complement. In order to check the relevance of these definitions, let us consider another sentence: Imran is a boy. Comparing this sentence with the previous one, we can say here Imran is the subject, the word is the verb, and the phrase a boy is the complement. However, there's a question: does the word is denote any action? What does it represent? To understand this, let us translate the sentence Imran is a boy into Urdu. In Urdu, the sentence means Imran ek ladka hai. Here, the verb is means hai. It represents state of being. यानी यहाँ पे word is किसी के होने को जाहिर करता है. This implies that a verb is not always an action denoting word. As in the case of the above sentence, the verb is denotes state of being. Likewise, in the sentence I have a car, the verb have denotes possession, and once again the verb is in the sentence tomorrow is a holiday denotes an occurrence. On the face of it, we will modify the definition of verb by stating that a verb is a word that denotes an action, state of being, possession, or occurrence. Now, when we do not have an action word in the sentence, Imran is a boy, we cannot say here the subject Imran is the doer of action. Then, how we will define subject in this case? Once again, in order to understand it, let us divide the sentence Imran is a boy into two parts. Imran and is a boy. Imran, once again the subject, and is a boy is a statement or what we call predicate in grammar. Now the question is, what is this statement about? What is the statement is a boy about? Definitely, this statement is about Imran and Imran is the subject. Therefore, we can say here subject is the part of sentence about which something has been stated. So far as the phrase a boy is concerned, once again, the phrase a boy completes the sentence. Therefore, the phrase a boy once again qualifies as the complement. From this discussion, we can conclude that subject is the element of a sentence about which something is stated. In case of a sentence that contains action word, subject is the doer of action. Verb is a word that denotes an action, state of being, possession or occurrence, and complement is the part of sentence that completes it. Thank you.